have been in the abyss looking for this specific car for a very long time.
What's special about this specific car?
Everybody knows that the GTS is my favorite spec. What is the next best thing? It is what Porsche came out with. This example being a 2024 Porsche 911 Carrera T.
Wait, we're driving a 2024 Porsche 911 Carrera T?
I mean, I think that deserves an awkward high five.
Whoa.
All right, what do you get with the T? Well, you get a couple things, but one of the things that really impresses or makes my eyes water is you get the black trim with it. And that's just like, that's my thing, you know what I mean? Anyways, technical specs.
379 horsepower, 331 pound-feet of torque.
You can go 181 miles an hour.
Wait, you can go that fast?
Yeah, and the 0 to 60, because this is the 7-speed manual, is 4.3.
Okay.
If you got the PDK, it's a little bit faster. However,
hashtag save the manual.
there is something about doing this thing with a little shifty knobby dooey.
And guess what? This one's for sale. Where's it for sale at?
Head over to Porsche St. Paul, who has all of your Porsche buying needs.
Are you trying to tell me this one's not going to be for sale anymore?
I mean, I would love to buy it, but I think that my family does like to live in their house too.
If this video gets 100 likes, he will buy it.
101.
Okay.
Awkward high five, let's jump into this thing and show them what it's got. Would you like to win our Miata? Well, today I'm going to tell you just how to do that. If we make it to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube by May of 2024, which is our 5-year YouTube anniversary, it's going to be given to one of you lucky subscribers.
Wait!
So make sure to subscribe. I do love a manual shifting car.
Oh, this sounds good.
Which brings me to the Carrera T.
Why do you like the Carrera T then?
Because it is the only 911 you can buy with this thing. See this thing? It's the only one.
So I'm gonna fix his mistake, viewers. It's the only way you can get the base engine with the manual, not the only 911.
I mean, I'm just enjoying my time. You all know what I mean.
Before we get destroyed in the comment sections, I'm gonna fix your problem.
So the auto blip is, man, over 7,000 RPMs. Is nice. Have we found the greatest winter beater? Listen to this though.
Oh, you love that beeping, or I mean the blipping.
Yeah, the beeping's not bad either. It's a little bit annoying.
Yeah, I don't know what the beeping was. It threw me off.
Okay, so the 911 Carrera T is its own niche car.
Yes.
This one, we got the rear seat delete, which basically a 911 is a rear seat delete just with leather anyways, so you might as well just do this.
So thinking of the spec sheet, I don't know if it's a rear seat delete or if it's a zero cost option to get the rear seat added back in. Regardless, this is the better one.
Okay, so steering feel, responsive, right? It's pretty nice and tight.
He's trying to make me say.
It does handle, for the most part, really planted. It is low to the ground. It corners well. The steering wheel on all the new 911s is like, I don't know how many millimeter diameter it is, but they are like the perfect steering wheel that you could ever marry your hands to.
Is that so?
Now, with the Carrera T, you don't get as many creature comforts as, let's say, a GTS or a turbo or some of those other things.
Okay.
But it is like a driver's car.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a thing that you don't need. Like, I don't need a leather dash. Is it nice?
Sure.
Yeah, it's nice. The seats on these, we'll try to sneak a pic before we forget, but they are fantastic. They really hold you in.
They do.
Obviously, you can get different seats if you want to get different seats.
Am I mistaken, or can you get bucket seats in a T?
I believe that you can get bucket seats in a T.
This person did it wrong. You get bucket seats.
I don't know. So, you have less than 400 horsepower. It's not kick your neck in the back of the seat like crazy, but it's definitely enough.
Yeah, it is definitely a sports car that has the get up and go that you would want.
I just love it. I mean, it feels every bit just like every 911 that you drive. Go ahead.
So I'm just gonna apologize in case you guys have heard any wind noise. We got the moonroof open to give you that extra ambiance of the downshifting from the auto flip. Oh boy.
And this one even has the axle lift system.
Oh, nice.
So when we go into a parking lot, we warm up the tires. That's all we did.
That's.
You still want to be careful.
Yep.
Go at an angle, but it works just fine. What do you say you take a ride in this bad boy? I feel like you've had that face recently. And you tell me what you think about the 911 Carrera T, which is at the bottom spectrum of the 911s, but it has more soul than a base.
So you said I have this face recently? It's the only face I got.
Why do they do the soft limiter? I mean, that sounds good, and this looks good. You got the fire extinguisher, and look at these seats. So you got leather outlined with a nice pattern cloth inside, which really sets this car apart. I mean, I would say that the Carrera T has enough horsepower.
Yeah. Oh, it feels so good to drive it.
I think what you get with the Carrera T is some soul. I mean, every 911 has soul, right? Don't get me wrong. But there is something special about a Carrera T.
Well, you were saying that this is the driver's car. Sitting in the passenger seat, I don't know. And honestly, I wasn't agreeing because it's from the passenger seat, it's quick, but not amazing. But from the driver's seat with the 7-speed automatic, I mean, manual, that one.
I told you get a little bit discombobulated in these cars.
Yep. It is so perfect. Oh, I love it.
And there is something about the auto flip. I mean, yes, it is nice to be able to do it yourself from time to time.
You mean like me trying to override the auto flip that it's doing because I'm used to doing it myself?
But there's something very refreshing about just being able to have the computer do it for you.
Yes, and a Porsche manual, that is the easiest manual transmission you'll ever drive. I've driven quite a few different manual transmissions. This is so easy.
I think that's why it makes the decision difficult, choosing between a PDK and a manual transmission. I don't find that on, you just like the downshift, don't you? Upshift to downshift.
Speed up, downshift.
I do not find that finding the gear with 7 forward speeds is difficult.
Let's be honest, we haven't gotten out of 3rd gear yet. So,
I mean, with our route, we do this Mostly so that we don't get tempted to go into 7th gear at full speed.
Pretty sure 7th is supposed to be a cruising gear, but we'd find a way to make it a power gear.
It's very hard to make YouTube videos from prison, so I've heard. What else do you feel about the 911T?
Well, going back to prison, they get free food.
But you don't get to drive things like this.
Oh, true. And the 911T is way better.
Yes.
The 911T is... I don't know how to describe it other than it just feels like a perfect vehicle to have as a daily driver.
Yes, I would say, like, yeah, obviously there's more horsepower 911s, there's more comfy 911s.
Yes, but if you like a sports car like we both do, this is definitely your favorite daily driver.
I would say that Porsche has done a brilliant job making a 911 for everyone.
Yes.
I mean, not everyone, because clearly not everyone can afford one. But for every... Okay, it has enough.
It does, for daily use. I think if you wanted to go to the track, you'd want more.
Okay.
But for daily use, this is plenty.
So how about this? We drove a base 911.
Yep.
This or that.
This. It comes with a manual.
And it's just a little bit more special.
Honestly, I like the seats more in here, even though they're not full leather. I like that cloth.
I do too. It kind of has an Alcantara feel to it. Isn't that nice? I mean, that's a smile that you can only get from like GT and turbo cars.
Yeah. It's a budget GT3.
I like it. Buy a budget GT3. Well, with that, I think that we should wrap this video up and tell them our final thoughts.
This one's cheaper than a GT3 by a lot.
Alright, I figured out a couple things. One, the Abyss is okay, but you don't have things like this. And two, the 911 Carrera T, it has an extra dose of soul.
I found something I hate about it.
It's not in your garage?
No, it's silver. I wish people would order their cars in bright and fun colors.
I will agree with that because I'm more of a bright color guy, but there is something.
This one looks really good, I will say that.
Alright, so you get 379 horsepower. It's not gobs and gobs of power, but it's definitely enough.
Yep.
You get something that goes like this.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
And super easy to drive. It makes you feel like a hero with the auto blip.
Here is my conclusion. You can look up all the technical facts online on Porsche's website. Here's my final conclusion being able to drive this car. It is something special, more special than a base 911. And in fact, if you are looking for a cheap 911, I don't know that I would get anything else besides this, unless I'm getting a GTS, a GT3, or like a turbo.
So, you just said you should look up the technical specifications on Porsche's website. I think they should be going to Porsche St. Paul's website for those technical specifications, because this one's right there and you can purchase it from them.
It handles great, it looks amazing, it fits the part, it is special. Head to Porsche St. Paul and pick up this 911T before it is gone, because there aren't a lot of T's on the market.
You said 101, right? 101 likes?
99 maybe? I don't know.
Oh, it's going down. He wants it bad. You better beat him.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys click like, comment, and subscribe. Awkward high five. I'm not going to give this back.
But that's crime.
Oh, we talked about prison already. Okay.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for next time when we are yet to drive something super cool.